Hey YouTube, today we're going to be looking at a Sig Sauer pistol, and I haven't showed too many Sig Sauer pistols on here, but this is one that I've had for a while, and I just wanted to show it to you and go over a little bit about it. And this is a Sig Sauer P220, chambered in what else, folks? 45 ACP, because what else is there? And before we go any further, I'm going to show you that this P220 doesn't have anything in it, and it is not loaded, and we are safe to make this video. So what we have here, this is a Sig Sauer P220, and this is chambered in 45 ACP. And let me show you side marks on the other side, and if you look real close, it says 45 auto. It says P220 made in Germany, and we'll go over that here in a second. You have your serial numbers. You have like these little hard rubber grips that say Sig Sauer on it. The other side says P220. And on this side it says Sig Sauer Sig Arms, Exeter, New Hampshire. So what does all that mean? Just like any other firearms, folks, Sig has a cult following, and there is a bunch of wingnuts out there that overanalyze stuff to the point to where it makes my head spin. But what this gun is, this gun was made in the late 1990s. It's made in 1999 from what I can tell. I actually tried to go up and look it up before I made this video. It's made in 1999, and on this side it'll say made in Germany. Folks, that doesn't mean this gun was assembled in Germany. This gun was, all the parts are manufactured in Germany, and this one particular one was assembled in the United States. Now, I used to have an older P220 that said made in West Germany, and underneath there it had all the little export marks and all that on it. And I got rid of that thing years ago because somebody had done some stuff to it that I really didn't care for too much, the previous owner before me. And I got this one because this is more of my style here. So this particular gun, what attracts me to this gun is this is an older one, and it doesn't have the external extractor on it. I'm not a big fan of external extractors on these guns or the 1911s. They tend to be unreliable, and they don't seem to work as well. This one does not have that external extractor on it. It has an internal extractor, and that makes it cool. Next thing that attracts me to this one is this is a 45 ACP. That's what the P220 is known for. I'm not a 9mm person. I have many 9mm guns, but I'm not going to spend the kind of money that these older SIGs cost to get something that's not in 45 ACP. Now, the P220 was introduced in 1975, and it was originally made in 9mm for the Swiss Army. And they started importing them over here. I don't know what year. I'm not going to go down this whole Sig Sauer P220 rabbit hole, but they started importing them over here. And on the sides it'll say made in West Germany, and the Sig nuts will tell you that the West German ones are better than ones that are just made in Germany. Folks, they have no idea what they're talking about. That's people wanting to collect stuff, and I'm not a collector. As I told you, I'm a shooter, and I like things that work. So that's how this one came about. Now, one of the differences in this older one here and the newer ones is the newer ones have a milled slide on a CNC machine, and this is a stamp slide. And so this actual part right here this is what they call a folded slide. So it's stamped out, and this end part right here is actually welded on, and it has a removable breech block. So this pin right here, this roll pin that knocks through here, that actually holds the breech block into the slide on the gun. And this is an alloy frame, steel slide, and this one happens to be in two-tone. Now, the original 220s that came out had like a heel magazine release on them, and the newer ones have a push button just like on the side. This is a single stack 8-round 48 rounds of 45 ACP, so ultimately it's an 8+1. Now the Sig Sauer, this is a double action, single action pistol, and I have videos explaining what double action, single action mean. But basically, folks, when you rack this slide on this thing, your hammer is cocked on this thing, and there is no external safety. So you can't really carry this with the hammer cocked like you would a 1911. So this thing has this little lever here. It's called a decocker. So you chamber the round and then you decock it like this, and that's the way you carry it. And when you go to use this gun, the very first pull is going to be double action only. It's going to be a little bit heavier than the single action. Then when you fire it, it'll cycle around, and then from then for that time forward, it turns into single action. Now, one of the things that Sig Sauers have on the 220, some of them have what they call the short reset trigger. That's the only thing I wish this one had. It does not have that. So when you fire this thing, it has about that much take up on single action. You fire it, and the reset is all the way right here, and then you still have a little bit more take up too. Now, I'm a 1911 shooter mainly, and these semi-autos, and I have a variety of things that I shoot. And this one's a little bit different than the 1911, and we'll do a comparison with this one in a 1911 one day, now that I've dug her out and everything. But this thing has an exceptional double action pull for the first time, and the single action is pretty light. It's just a little bit different if you're used to firing striker fire guns, or if you're used to firing 1911s. It's a little bit different. So when you take it out to the range, you just got to get used to it. If this is your everyday carry, or this is your home defense, training gets your muscle memory, familiar with it. So this thing features push-in sights on both sides, on the front and the rear, and this one happens to have a line at the bottom, and then at the front it has a white dot to pick up. So that would be your sight picture right here. Gun's very accurate, it's very reliable, it's very rugged, and I like them a lot. But there is Sig people that really overthink this stuff, folks, and I don't know where these people come from. I mean, I think the glue that they sniffed when they were younger really gets them into overthinking, whether this is a West German gun or a German gun or American gun, who knows. But if you notice right here, it says Sig Arms Incorporated. That's what this company was known for until 2007, when they actually became Sig Sauer. So that's how long ago this thing was made. This one was made, from what I can tell, in 1999. So this gun is 25 years old, and it's a very awesome piece. Who wouldn't like having a full-size Sig Sauer 45 ACP pistol? But anyway, folks, if you have any questions on this gun, feel free to reach out to me, and I will answer any questions that you may have. I'm not an expert on Sig Sauer pistols by far. I'm not an expert on them, but know enough to be dangerous. And I've had several Sig Sauers over my life, but this is the one that I choose to have in these double action, single action ones only, because like I said, it's chambered in 45 ACP. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching my video today, and you folks have a great day.